World's largest vaccination drive soon to begin in India, announces Prime Minister, says quality should be the pillar of Brand India. Another round of talks between centre and farmers underway now in Delhi. Government reiterates commitment to welfare of farmers. Wildfire at Zuko Valley now under control. A big teamwork prevents further spread of fire. COVID fatality rate in country now one of the lowest in world. No new case reported in Mizoram. And digital channels of Prasar Bharati across Doordarshan, Akashvani register 100% growth. Very good evening, viewers. Welcome to the Northeast News Bulletin from the studios of DDK Guwahati. This is Jolly Khoikia Gogoi with the stories in detail. In national news first, Prime Minister Narendra Modi today said quality and credibility should be the pillar for Brand India. Delivering the inaugural address of the National Metrology Conclave 2021 through video conferencing, Modi lauded the feats achieved by Indian scientists and technicians. Highlighting the achievements of Indian scientists, the Prime Minister hailed the approval of 2 made-in-India COVID-19 vaccines by the drug regulator. He said the country is on the threshold of beginning the largest vaccination program in the world, and the entire country is indebted to the scientists and technicians. The government's impetus towards strengthening the collaboration between industry and institutions has resulted in setting up of many world-renowned research centers in the country. He said that due to the constant efforts of the center, India today stands among the top 50 countries in the global innovation rankings.
कोविड वैक्सीन प्रोग्राम भी शुरू होने जा रहा है। इसके लिए देश को अपने वैज्ञानिकों के योगदान पर बहुत गर्व है। वर्ष 2022 में अपनी स्वतंत्रता के 75 वर्ष पूरे कर रहा है। वर्ष 2047 में 2047 में हमारी आजादी के 100 वर्ष होंगे। इस टाइम पीरियड में हमें आत्मनिर्भर भारत के नए संकल्पों को ध्यान में रखते हुए नए मानकों, नए पैमानों, न्यू स्टैंडर्ड्स, न्यू बेंचमार्क्स को गढ़ने की दिशा में आगे बढ़ना ही है।
In more national news, ahead of talks with members of farmers' unions, Union Agriculture Minister Narendra Singh Tomar expressed hope that a positive solution will be found at the meeting. He told media in New Delhi that the government will discuss all issues in the meeting. The talks between the central government and farmer unions are now underway in New Delhi. During the earlier meeting, the Agriculture Minister assured the farmer leaders that the government is committed to address all their issues. Tomar reiterated that minimum support price and the mandi system will continue like before. The demand of farmers' unions for an MSP law and the difference between MSP and market rates for agricultural produce will be referred to a committee when it is constituted. On the union's demand for the repeal of farm laws, the minister had said this too can be referred to a committee which will study the constitutional validity and propriety. Meanwhile, the union government has said that more than 64 lakh paddy farmers have been benefited from current Kharif marketing season procurement operations with the minimum support price value of over 94,000 crore rupees. The Agriculture Ministry said the government continues to procure Kharif crops at its minimum support price from farmers as per its existing MSP schemes. Around 499 lakh tons of paddy have been procured from Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, Telangana, Uttarakhand, Tamil Nadu, Chandigarh, Jammu and Kashmir, Kerala, Gujarat, Andhra Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Orissa, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Bihar, Jharkhand, Assam and West Bengal. Now we take a short break. We'll be back with more news. Stay tuned.
Come on boys, let's go practice. अरे रुक यार, मेरे बैंक अकाउंट में गलत एंट्री का प्रॉब्लम हो गया है।
अरे तो बैंक को कंप्लेन करना।
बैंक को लिखे 1 महीना हो गया है, बट वो गूगली पे गूगली डाले जा रहा है।
तो आरबीआई के बैंकिंग लोकपाल को इन्फॉर्म करो।
रुक मैं समझाता हूँ। जैसे क्रिकेट में थर्ड अंपायर, वैसे ही आरबीआई का बैंकिंग ओम्बड्समैन। आरबीआई कहता है अगर बैंक आपकी कंप्लेंट को 1 महीने में नहीं सुलझाता तो आरबीआई के बैंकिंग ओम्बड्समैन में कंप्लेंट करो। यह आरबीआई का आसान तरीका है आपकी कंप्लेंट सुलझाने का, और वो भी फ्री।
समझे?
आरबीआई कहता है जानकार बनिए, सतर्क रहिए।
Welcome back. The inferno raging at the picturesque Zuko Valley in Nagaland and Manipur since 29th December last year is under control. This was informed by the Divisional Forest Officer Kohima Rajkumar. He said a big teamwork was in action to prevent the spread of fire to the valley. He said ground operations were carried out by Nagaland Police, Forest Department, NDRF and SDRF. He also said Kohima Police has set up a control room at Zuko entry point at Viswema village and 2 relay stations in Resting Shed and in the Zuko base camp to maintain seamless communication with ground operations team. In the Bambi bucket operations, the Indian Air Force also deployed 4 Mi-17 helicopters from Dimapur and Rangapahar towards dousing the fire in the valley. The IAF choppers on Sunday dropped 24,000 litres of water with 12 shuttles. The country's COVID-19 recovery rate has reached 96.19% as more than 19,000 COVID patients recovered during the last 24 hours. Union Health Ministry said the total number of recoveries has gone up to over 99,46,000. The actual caseload currently comprises only 2.36% of the total positive cases. Presently, the total number of active cases in the country is around 2,43,000. During the past 24 hours, 18,500 new cases were reported, taking the total number of positive cases in the country to over 1 crore 3 lakh. 214 deaths were also reported during the last 24 hours, taking the total to 1,49,649. Currently, India's case fatality rate is at 1.45%, which is one of the lowest globally. In Mizoram, no new case of COVID-19 was reported in the last 24 hours, while 10 patients recovered from the infection. Also, the total number of active cases has dropped down to 88. According to the State Medical Bulletin, 4,127 patients have recovered from the infection so far. With this, the recovery rate of COVID-19 has improved to 97.58%. In the COVID update from the region, Arunachal Pradesh has reported altogether 93 active cases with 16,583 recoveries. The death toll is 56. Manipur has now 1,108 active cases with 26,815 recoveries. The death toll is 358. In Meghalaya, the active cases are now 135 with 13,186 recoveries. The tally for the dead is 139. Mizoram has recorded 88 cases with 4,127 recoveries. The death toll is 8. In Nagaland, active cases are now 178, followed by 11,673 discharged cases. The number of deaths is 79. Sikkim has now 506 active cases with 5,285 recoveries. The number of the dead is 129. Tripura has recorded 83 active cases with 32,815 discharged cases, while the death toll is 385. On the other hand, Nagaland reported 1 case of COVID-19 infection from Dimapur today. In a tweet, Health and Family Welfare Minister S. Pangnew Phom informed that 9 affected people have also recovered. With this, the total number of recovered cases has increased to 11,673 in the state. The recovery rate has improved to 96.75%. The total number of confirmed COVID-19 cases in the state has reached 11,930, while 178 are active corona cases. So far, 69 people have died due to the infection, while 10 deaths are due to comorbid conditions and 131 affected people have migrated to other states. In Assam, the COVID-19 media bulletin issued by the State Health and Family Welfare Department and National Health Mission Assam has informed that 15 cases were detected during the last 24 hours out of 8,372 tests conducted. The positivity rate is 0.18%. The number of discharged patients was 60. The recovery rate has clocked 98%, With one more death, the number of deaths has gone up to 1,052. In Meghalaya, the Subdivisional Magistrate of Sohra Subdivision has declared the entire stretch of the Dateland River from Jatlum Mokirdup up to Dateland Falls as a no-picnic zone to avert the further spread of COVID-19 virus in the area and the state. The directive comes in the wake of unregulated picnic activities and the inflow of revelers along the riverside. In 2020, digital channels of Prasar Bharati across Doordarshan and Akashvani have registered more than 100% growth, clocking over 1 billion digital views and over 6 billion digital watch minutes. In a statement, Information and Broadcasting Ministry has said that during 2020, News on Air app added more than 25 lakh users, with the platform registering over 300 million views, with live radio streaming featuring over 200 streams being the most popular feature. DD Sports and Akashvani Sports have created a steady digital following with live commentary. Northeast service of All India Radio News is also in the top 10 and incidentally has crossed the 100,000 subscribers digital milestone. Interestingly, during 2020, Pakistan accounted for the second highest digital audience for DD and AIR content after domestic audience from within India, with the United States close behind. The Meghalaya Frontier of the Border Security Force has said there has been a steep rise in smuggling of cattle to Bangladesh through the international border. The smugglers continue to cross over cattle to Bangladesh to compensate pecuniary losses incurred during the lockdown, the BSF Meghalaya Frontier Headquarters in Shillong said. In view of this, the BSF has intensified its vigil and operations on the Indo-Bangladesh border to prevent the design of trans-border criminals. For more, viewers can also watch our bulletins and other programs on our YouTube channel DD News Guwahati. To end the news, the main points once again. World's largest vaccination drive soon to begin in India, announces Prime Minister, says quality should be the pillar of Brand India. Another round of talks between centre and farmers underway now in Delhi. Government reiterates commitment to welfare of farmers. Wildfire at Zuko Valley now under control. Big teamwork prevents further spread of fire. COVID fatality rate in country now one of the lowest in world. No new case reported in Mizoram. And digital channels of Prasar Bharati across Doordarshan, Akashvani register 100% growth. Before taking leave, viewers are reminded to maintain physical distancing and frequently wash hands with soap or sanitizer. Remember to wear a mask properly and join the Mask Up India campaign by Doordarshan to defeat the pandemic. Mask Up India. That brings us to the end of this evening's bulletin. Thank you for tuning in. Namaskar.